Good morning. Today, I'm very happy to welcome Brittany McVicker. She's an artist, actress, and right now writer director. Good morning, Brittany. Thanks for joining that early today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. This is great.
Yeah, thank you very much, Brittany. First, I started to read about your past works and also your family
Mm,
in your official website. So tell me a
yeah.
little bit about growing up and starting to be interested into becoming a performer.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to. I grew up like doing theater and just being like very creative, like little weird kid that just wanted to do something creative. And then I had some friends who were making a career out of like making movies and like making a living off of it. And I was like, oh, this just isn't like some hobby. And that's when I knew I was like, okay, I could pursue this like actually and not have a 9 to 5 and just do this full time 24/7. And it's been a great wild ride. It's so cool.
So tell me about your journey. How did you started to seek roles in your first films, like Santa Games and Cooper Bars? Did you start to look for an agent? Did you move to California, or basically the production is, or you started in another state? Tell me about it.
Yeah, so I moved to Los Angeles,
Mhm.
and before that though I was like beating down the door like anyone who would have me in like their short films, their student films, like I just wanted to be on a set like at all times. And from there you really build up like your resume, and you literally start at ground zero and you're just trying to get material to show other people what you can do. And so you just like it's like a building brick, like one brick at a time. And then for everything that you do, you kind of get to level up per se in a bit. And so it's the process. It's like the trenches out here. You just gotta like climb your way up to the next thing. And then eventually, you have enough to where you can get an agent, which I have a few agents. I have wonderful Ryan in London,
Yes.
and then I have Bailey in LA, who are just amazing. I love, love, love my team. I'm so grateful. And so yeah.
Yeah, I remember all the time a lot of up and coming uh, actress like yourself. In the old days, they used to do commercials. They used to do,
Yeah.
I mean, photo shoots like models until bit by bit they started to gain roles. But right
Yeah.
now, I've been asking a lot of artists from your generation. They've been telling me right now casting directors are looking more at Instagram, and then
Yeah.
they start maybe to develop some interest. So tell me about your experience. This was your case, or did you landed your first works in another way?
I'm not really like in the influencer space. I'm not
Uh-huh.
too much with social media. I
Yes.
think it's interesting whenever you pursue something like this. I think the line between your creative work and who you are as a human being, it's very blurred. And a lot of people, they're able to, put everything out there all the time. But I think for my own sanity, I can't. I can't put,
Uh-huh.
everything out there. I really want there to be like a good line. Um, so yeah, I mean, I started in commercials. I did a campaign for like Bud Light. I was in Glamour magazine.
Hmm.
You have to pay the bills somehow, and
Hmm.
that's what paid
Of
the bills.
course.
So
Of course.
yeah.
Hmm. So tell me about your first experiences acting in films like Secrets of a Celebrity Nuns. How was your
Oh yeah.
experience, and do you have any fun story to tell our viewers?
Oh my gosh, I had the time of my life, like so many fond memories. Like I've been on some really amazing sets, but I feel like that one was so special, and how I'm still so close to a lot of the cast today, which is really cool. So you made like lifelong friends. Um, I remember my first day, it was like a really huge scene where I'm like yelling and screaming at everybody, and I didn't talk to the director before the scene. So I just came out like at 100, and it was like in everyone's face. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, who is this girl? I didn't even get to meet anybody yet. It was like, it was a little crazy. And then the director comes over to me and he pulls me aside. He was like, I am so sorry. I didn't get to talk to you about this scene yet. That's not how it goes. And I was like, oh, great. So I just looked like the most insane person to all these people. And then afterwards, after the scene, after everyone's crying, and I'm like, oh my God, I love you. I'm just like, hi, I'm Brittany.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was a great time.
Hmm. Tell me, right now, I think it's too early to ask, but when you started up, did you face any kind of challenges you felt or pressure while, you know, starting your career?
Yeah. Oh, there's always pressure. I think it's really with any career, whether it's like
Mm-hmm.
a business career or this, I think there's always pressure. I think the pressure is a little bit different whenever you enter a creative field because there's no book for dummies really on this. There's no kind of pipeline or timeline. So whenever you want to go to say like you want to be a CEO at a business company, you go to college, you study really hard, you maybe intern, and you just the steps. And I think
Mm-hmm.
one of the biggest challenges is, okay, how do you take this dream and make it into a goal? And
Yes.
you're kind of figuring that out more. I think that's probably the hardest part is like I like to say it's like a glass wall and you're trying to break the wall down to get to the other side. Um, because there's definitely a defining moment when this can become like either it's just a hobby and it's staying a hobby and that can be great, or you finally get that breakthrough moment where you're like, okay, this is a career, this is different, and it's definitely like a shift.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a huge challenge for most people.
Yes. You know, yesterday I was looking for your past works, and of course, when you look into Google about a name, your Instagram pops up. And I think I saw a photo of a little baby. I think it was you with your mom. This is correct, or someone else?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
that was
So,
me and my mom.
yeah. So tell me about your family, your parents, when they first saw you on the screen. How was the reaction?
Yeah, well, my mom actually passed away when I was 13.
Yeah, sorry to hear it.
She oh,
Hmm.
thank you, but she
Hmm.
loved, like, we'd watch, like, Pride and Prejudice and, like, Phantom
Uh-huh.
of the Opera, like, all these theater things. We were just such, like, little dream girlies, and I definitely
Hmm.
think I get that from her, and, she put me in, like, theater, and she helped me with, like, auditions, and when she passed, a therapist actually was like, "Do you have any like creative outlets that you like?" I was like, "Well, I did
Hmm.
like theater and stuff." And she was like, "That could be like really healing for you to get into like acting classes and, kind of try that out." And I think it's been a little therapeutic for me. And
Hmm.
you know, you get to step in like to these roles, you get to explore all these different emotions and that you never get to do, say, in your day-to-day life. Like I've never screamed at anybody in my day-to-day
Hmm.
life, or
Hmm.
just you don't break down crying every single day. So yeah, she just really helped me along the journey, and I'm very thankful to have a very supportive
Yes.
and loving family who cheers
Yes.
me on.
Hmm.
It's great.
You know, speaking of classics and beautiful classics, I
Mhm.
think as an artist, maybe you have a dream role or a dream filmmaker or a dream actor or actress you like to work with. So
Yeah.
tell me about it.
What's so funny is it's so niche, but there was a
Hmm.
movie growing up that I loved called Eloise at the Plaza,
Mm-hmm.
And if they ever make like Eloise at the Plaza and she's grown up, I will fight for that role. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
just I'm like putting it out there. Like I want
Mm-hmm.
that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but there's so many. I really grew up loving like Breakfast at Tiffany's, Casablanca, um,
Mm-hmm.
so many great Gone with the Wind, so many great films, and I would love to see kind of that come back into the film space again and do
Mm-hmm.
something, amazing like that.
Mm. So you love classics, I mean, 40s, 50s, the black and
Yes.
white era, and it's still inspirational, you know. I,
Mhm.
you know, when you stumble upon something you have seen it before, you cannot resist to watch it again, you know.
Yeah. Is that what you
From
like? The
Yeah, yeah,
classics?
I love, yeah, classic
Yeah.
films from this era. Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to know right now about your upcoming work. What can you tell us?
Mhm.
I've seen that you're preparing some stuff as well.
Yeah, so I actually have a film coming out on Lifetime on April 6th,
Hmm.
Saturday. And
Yes.
my character plays Sunny. She's a dancer and she works at the club where Cheryl starts working. And then she takes pity on Cheryl because all the girls shun her out. She was friends with her daughter who went missing. And then she offers Cheryl to help her find her. But it comes with a very steep price. So that will be a
Mhm.
fun one to watch.
Yes. And I've seen as well that you like to venture into writing and directing.
Mm.
But I want to tell you, usually for actors, it comes a little bit later in their career. What drove you to do that early in your career?
Strike.
Mm.
Whenever the strikes was happening, it was just nothing was going on, and
Uh-huh.
I have so many immensely talented and creative friends. And it was my opportunity to get them all together because no one was doing anything. And so we created this proof of concept called Just Peachy. It's an inspirational story about a girl who's stuck in an endless cycle of drug abuse and self
Mm-hmm.
sabotage. And she's on a journey to hope. And it's a very beautiful and inspiring story. And the news media found out we were filming it in small town where I grew up, and
Yes.
everyone was like so excited for it because we had my wonderful friend Grace Balbo, who was in Extremely Wicked with Zac Efron. She played his stepdaughter, and then Abby, who was in Dark Waters, Mark Ruffalo. And it's like, how do
Yes.
you get that caliber of talent all together when it's not the strike? And so it's just very serendipitous. And we're working on the feature version, and right now we're actually screening it exclusively to like women incarcerated and women in like support groups. And so
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think you have an opportunity with film to not only entertain people, which is great and fun. Sometimes we need that escapism, but there's really a space to actually help people and kind of like drive that home and make a difference.
Mm-hmm. So, beside acting and being an artist and entertainer, what do you like to do at your spare times?
Yeah, I like to sleep. I love to sleep. I love to sleep. I love
Mhm.
being in bed. I love to be with my friends and then home in bed by like 10:30. Um,
Excellent.
you know.
That's why we're making the interview early.
No,
Great.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, very
Because
good.
whenever someone asks me, "What do you like to do?" I'm like, honestly, sleep.
Yes, do you dream about films while you're sleeping?
Sometimes, yeah,
Yes.
I had the idea for the
Hmm.
short film that we did, in a
Uh-huh.
dream.
Yes. Do you dream of characters you played?
No, no.
Very good.
Yeah, no, that would be weird. I'd hope not.
Yeah. So I look forward, Brittany, for your upcoming roles, and I thank you very much
Oh,
for joining the live today.
thank you
And
so much.
I hope you come back again when you have a new project to announce. Feel free
Yes.
to jump to the channel anytime you like. Okay,
Yeah, we got a few others coming out this year.
for sure.
I
Mm.
have a cameo in a film called Break. I think it comes out in theaters on the
Excellent.
26th of April. Yeah,
Yes,
so it'll be fun. And then there's another film called Shot Clock coming out later this year, so that will be great.
excellent. Excellent, great, and thank you very much. Today is my
Thank you
birthday,
so
so
much.
I
Oh
think
my
it's
gosh, well, happy birthday! And you're spending it
thank you
with
very much.
me?
Yes, yes, with my wife here and our cats.
Oh, well,
So
happy birthday. Thank you
thank
for letting me share it with you.
thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I
Thank
look
you so
forward
much.
to receive you again. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
thank
Take
you.
care.
See you soon. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.